So fast forward to the '70s now, and tell us your Paul McCartney stories. I know you guys did a record for him, or you played a party for him that was recorded.
Yeah. Well, I did a record with him. I played on a couple of tracks with Venus and Mars album. He came down to New Orleans and did a session with C-Sync where we recorded.
Yeah.
So we got to know him really well. But the thing I remember about that, besides the music, we got to be real close. So, and after he finished it, he left and gave a going away party.
Right.
On the Queen Mary. And so he flew over all of us out there to play for his party. And matter of fact, we recorded live on the Queen Mary. That was produced by Paul.
Yeah.
And the thing I remember, man, they had a guest list about that thick. And they had everybody from Hugh Brenner on down to me there.
Yeah.
So we're playing Sissy Strut, man, and Fred Astaire is there. You know what I'm saying? You know, and you're watching Fred Astaire dancing to Sissy Strut, man. Fred Astaire, and you know, it was, I mean, they had everybody there. Ursula Andrews, Tony Curtis.
Did Paul sit in with you?
No, he didn't. He did.
Did he ever try to play that kind of stuff with you?
Oh yeah. Sit down and played with him and
on keys or on bass?
Bass.
Okay.
Yeah. He's probably a good musician, man.
Oh,
good playing guy, very educated, you know,
yeah.
too. He knows music, man.
Yeah.
But we got to be really good friends. We still stay in contact from time to time, you know. You know, him, my wife and his wife, Linda, before she died, got real tight, so they would talk like every other day, and she sent her a book, an autographed book, some kind of calendar thing she had, and the haunting thing about that book, she signed it. You know, she died of breast cancer, and she signed a book to Terry, that's my wife's name, to Terry, all the breasts. You know, rather than say all the best. And she died of breast cancer. She said all the breasts. And about a year after that, she died.
Man.
Yeah.
I wanted to ask you about your songwriting, like going back to the meters. I mean, I write instrumentals. I come up with riffs and ideas and try to string them together sometimes. Any tips, any secrets, any insight into coming up with a solid instrumental that works?
Well, in the beginning, man, and I still use the principle. When I wrote Sissy Strut, you know, a lot of people don't realize this, but that was the first time that the bass played the melody along with the guitar. Now it was prevalent in like jazz. You know, you'd have that syncopation going on. You know, but in R&B, if the bass went away from the 4 to 1 to the 5 to the 4 to the 6 or whatever, boom, boom. You know, if it went away from that, man, you know, that was like taboo. And here it is, the bass is not only going away from that, he's actually playing the melody with the guitar. Now that's old hat now. That's like nothing. But in 68, 69, that was a new thing. You know, people just wasn't, R&B song just wasn't doing that. I you know, and I still use that principle, man. You know, like I would write a melody, and usually I would write a melody with the bass in mind. You know, if you notice a lot of the meter songs, you know, you find runs with the guitar on the bass, you know, all that stuff. You know, if you notice the bass and the guitar playing, I kind of use that concept for, you know, for like, you know, funk songs and stuff like that. You know, and it works well for me.
Right. So what happened when you were, you know, late '60s when Sissy Strut hit it big? Sold 200,000 copies in 2 weeks, man. I mean, you guys must have freaked out. You must have been thrilled.
Yeah, we didn't know what to think, man. We you know, we was signing all kind of stupid contracts, you know, which really got us in trouble. Sign here, okay, we got it made now.
Oh man.
You know.
But
you know, it worked out okay. You know. You know, we went out there, you know, but, you know, the meter's been, you know, prostituted a lot, man. But, you know, for the last 25, 30 years, everything really been cool. Because we finally got our masters. We got all our masters back. We got all the publishing. and we've been, you know, collecting our royalties from the samples and the movies and stuff like that. You know, it kind of affords me to live out the mailbox. I don't do a lot of live stuff, but I'm starting to play a lot of live gigs now. You know, I kind of been able to live out the mailbox, so to speak.
I hear you.
So that's been really cool. You know, with the kind of stuff that I do, I mean, a lot of the people I hear them doing on YouTube, you know, doing the stuff that I wrote and trying to emulate the stuff, but it never. I haven't heard anybody to come close. I like it trips me out to hear it. You know, the people play.
Yeah.
You know, most of the stuff they play it wrong.
Yeah. So no one really these days that's kind of catching.
Yeah, you know, I'm listening to that John Mayer man trying to play Sissy Strut.
Oh, really?
And when I show people the real way to play it, they like trip, man. You know, and it's like.
Could you show it?
Yeah. Let me show you something. Like a lot of people would do. Even you probably, maybe, if you play that song. Like a lot of people.
I've played it a few hundred times.
Like a lot of people that completely wrong.
Okay.
But everybody plays it like that.
Yeah.
The real way. No, rather than.
Oh, yeah.
The real way.
And show me the little double stop.
And another part in it, they'll do it, which is wrong.
Okay.
It's
okay.
Rather than too many notes.
Too many notes.
You know.
Yeah.
And every band, and then I get guys, what? They're like, what? Really?
Yeah.
And I don't really know what that started, but everybody, I haven't seen anybody play it right until I tell them how to play it.
Yeah. What about Look Up High Five? Give me a little of that, please.
No. That's weird about that.
All right, I gotta go back.
A lot of people
re-record my version.
A lot of people think that's overdub, man.
Yeah.
And you know, but it's not, because you as a guitar player, you know, because you're playing. Yeah.
Yeah.
It sounds like two guitar players.
Yeah, I notice you're using the pick and your fingers at the same time.
Yeah. You have to be really, but you know, I was much younger then.
Yeah.
But a lot of, you know, and at that time, there wasn't no overdubs.
Sure.
You know, you just played whatever you heard. You just played it straight through.
Right.
So, you know, and the music is a habit. This guitar feels good.
You break your little fill on Alan Toussaint's "Yes We Can," man. That's classic.
Oh,
it's just like a 20-second part.
I forgot that.
Yeah.
I played a lot of.
Yeah. Chicken picking.
A lot of people don't know what they'll do. You know?
Yeah.
And when I see it on YouTube, I just crack up.
Leo, I just wanted to ask you about the gear you're using these days, because I've seen you with a lot of Gibson 335s and the Boogie Lone Stars.
Right. Well, you know, I've been endorsing Gibson for about 12 years. I've always into hollow body hollow body instruments, guitars. And it was the closest thing. I played a Fender Starcaster, which nobody else ever played.
Yeah.
It's in the Hard Rock, man, in New Orleans on the wall.
Yeah, I remember you told me you did a lot of the early meter stuff with that.
Yeah, all this stuff, man. So with that guitar.
And that had humbuckers.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
It was their version of the 335. It was Fender's version of the 335.
Yeah.
So, you know, when I saw the 335, after I stopped playing that, man, you know, it was a natural.
Yeah.
You know, so that's what I play, because it's got the same kind of feeling, same body, you know, because I can't play anything like this because it's, you know, the armature, what they call it, is wrong. You know, I have to be a certain way.
Yeah.
And, you know, the hollow, that body, whether it's semi-hollow, hollow or fully hollow, it's like that.
Yeah.
You know, and, you know, the amp, you know, in Mesa, you know, they offered me a deal. I did a deal. I like the way it sounds.
Mm-hmm.
There's some improvements. I'm trying to get them to make me one of my own.
Mm-hmm.
It has some bad qualities and it has some good qualities. You know, I try to live with a little of both of them.
Sure.
But I've never been really satisfied with an amp. Never.
What were your main amps back in the day? Like
I just used like an old custom, you know, and use a power amp with it. You know, something real simple.
Yeah.
But you know, I've never actually been like satisfied with one, with any particular amp.
Never had a favorite studio amp?
Never, man.
Really?
Never. You know, I got a couple of ideas. I've got a guy working on trying to build me one. Hopefully, I'll like it and I could go to heaven.
Cool, man. And last but not least, what are you hearing from New Orleans? I know you're going there all the time. I mean, are things getting close to back to normal?
Yeah, well, you know, I don't think it ever will.
Yeah.
There's just too much devastation, you know. It's, you know, like a lot of people look at the government, why the government, with New Orleans still like that? But, you know, some things are insurmountable, man. You can't be fixed.
Yeah.
You know, you either have to tear it down and do something else.
Mm-hmm.
And I think it just was just overwhelming devastation, man, that the world has never, you know, this country has never seen before. And I think they're doing, you know, of course you're going to have your negligence, you know, on top of that, but, you know, I just think it's just so much devastation on there that it'll never be right.
Yeah. All right, Leo, thank you so much,
All right,
my
man.
friend, man.
No problem.
Great.